Responsibility to house people decently. The Decent Home Standard is very clear about that. And
but not on mould. I'm sorry,
yeah,
this is specifically from the coroner.
Yes.
It doesn't give any consideration. The government's own guidance does not give any consideration to damp, mould and ventilation. And without that guidance, it's hard to hold people accountable. So you could change that guidance to improve the legal standard.
Well, we do actually take account of damp and mould. It
so
is
the coroner
clear.
Wrong?
Well, I think the coroner was absolutely right to say that we need to continually look at our standards, continually look to see if there is any way in which they can be improved, sharpened and tightened. But there is no way on earth that anyone can think that the conditions in which Awab was raised were safe, decent or defensible. And anyone who is attempting to hide behind any piece of paper saying, oh, well, I couldn't have made up my own mind on this, I couldn't have exercised my own judgment on this, that is frankly incredible.
Okay.
So there's no room for blame shifting, prevarication, or or being a pig about
coroner, Mr. Gove.
No, and I'm and I'm saying to you that.
And I'm asking, are you updating the guidance, because that's what the coroner seems to be suggesting.
Well, it's already the case that, as the Housing Ombudsman, as the regulations, as the guidance makes clear, that damp and mould can be a hazard that can lead to all sorts of terrible health outcomes, and that housing associations have a responsibility to deal with it.
Mr. Gove, do you know how many other homes are at risk from damp and mould at the moment, and families may be vulnerable like
this? Yes, tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands of homes are vulnerable to this. The Tory government has been in for 12 years now. How do you feel about the fact that your predecessors, none of them have tackled this, and there are tens of thousands of homes that are in this perilous position?
Well, they have attempted to tackle this. They have provided resources.
But there's tens of thousands of homes that are in a similar position.
Yes, and that's why we're taking more action now. So we're introducing legislation in order to ensure that the regulator has more teeth. We've brought in regulation in order to ensure that there was a standard below which no homes should fall, including on damp and mould. But we continue to do more.
But the frustration is it still happens. You mentioned the CEO standing down. As you pointed out, he refused to stand down initially. He didn't believe that this was a case of which he should honourably remove himself from being in that position. The defiance that he showed in those first few days after the tragic death of this little boy, what sort of